Backing up your files and storage in general is something that every single photographer and filmmaker has to deal with. So, when considering my options for a small and light portable drive that I can bring everywhere and travel with, this is what I chose. Hi, my name is Jorge. Welcome. In this channel we merge creativity and productivity to try to live a more fulfilling life. By the time you watch this, I have reached the 1000 subscriber mark. I just want to take a moment to say thank you very much to everybody that contributed to the growth of the channel. Every like, every watch, every subscribe, thank you very much. It means a lot. If you have watched my downsizing camera package video, then you know that I used to own and carry everywhere a large, heavy camera package. And if you have watched my everyday carry video, then you know that I minimized my package as much as possible, and now I only carry what matters. And that brings me to this drive right here, the Sabrent Rocket Nano. So if you're considering getting a portable drive, something small and light that you can carry everywhere, then this video is for you. Performance and specs are important, but in this case the form factor is the reason why this drive is ideal for traveling photographers and filmmakers as well. Not so much the specs or the cost, but the form factor, how small it is and how light it is as well. It's a drive that I can fit anywhere, a small camera bag, or a minimalist pocket carry, and that is the main reason why it matters to me. But that is just one of the variables. Form factor alone is not everything. So let's take a look at the overview and the performance of the drive right now. There's not a lot to explore with this drive. In addition to the emphasis on the design and size, Sabrent's website also states that the USB 3.1 Gen 2 interface of this drive will provide transfer speeds of up to 1000 megabytes per second. This one here is the 1TB version, and to recap, the Sabrent Rocket Nano is a portable external NVMe SSD with a USB-C port, and it costs $159.99. So let's connect the drive to my MacBook with the provided USB-C cable and run some simple tests to get a sense of what the drive can do. While running the Blackmagic disk speed test, over 10 minutes, we get write speeds of over 908 megabytes per second and read speeds of over 920 megabytes per second. Okay, very simple, that's just the baseline. We'll talk more about this later. For comparison's sake, I wanted to try one of my regular portable hard drives. This is a Seagate 2TB 3.0 USB drive connected with a USB-C cable. And while running the Blackmagic disk speed test over 10 minutes, we get write speeds of 130 megabytes per second and read speeds of also 130 megabytes per second as well. This massive difference is to be expected, nothing out of the ordinary here, but it does give you perspective of the massive impact that transfer speeds can have over your everyday life. And last but not least, I wanted to try the internal NVMe speeds of a MacBook Pro. And while running the Blackmagic disk speed test over 10 minutes, we get write speeds of over 2200 megabytes per second and read speeds of over 1900 megabytes per second as well. Take that information as you will. Even though the Sabrent drive is significantly faster than a regular portable hard drive or an SSD drive, it is not fast enough to compete with the MacBook internal NVMe drive or a Thunderbolt drive as well. Keep that in mind. However, it is fast enough to use as an editing drive. This entire video has been edited on Final Cut Pro using the Sabrent drive. It also works great for photo editing and video editing with mobile devices, an iPad for example, which makes it even better for minimalist setups or traveling setups as well. Nothing is perfect, so there's a couple things you need to keep in mind about this drive. When you transfer really large files, and we're talking about 100 plus gigabyte transfers, the transfer speed does decline a little bit. So this is not the best drive for doing massive transfers very frequently. Also, the drive can get pretty warm. It never overheated or anything like that, but it can get pretty warm to the touch. In fact, after running the speed test for longer periods of time, let's say 20 to 30 minutes, the speed transfer took a small dip. Nothing substantial, but it is there. And that made me want to pay more attention to the performance and the temperatures. I really wanted to see if it was an issue or not. However, when plugging the drive to a Windows PC and running speed tests and checking the temperature, the drive never exceeded 41 degrees Celsius. They never mentioned operating temperatures anywhere on the website or the manual, which is a little strange, but it seems to be working well within those ranges. So you might be wondering why spend $159.99 on a portable NVMe SSD drive when you can get a portable hard drive or an internal desktop drive and get more value out of that. And that is a fair point. However, for me, the convenience of having a tiny and fast portable drive that I can bring anywhere is key. After living abroad for a year in Japan and working as a photographer, I can really see how this drive is ideal for traveling photographers and filmmakers alike. And yes, there are options out there that make life a little bit more convenient. Options like a Narbox SSD drive, a drive that you can use as storage, and it also auto backs up your SD card. Honestly, pretty cool stuff. But the cost of a drive like that is beyond my budget and the scope of most people, so maybe one day, who knows. But think about it, the speed and the convenience of this drive make it ideal for photographers and filmmakers traveling. Being able to sit down at the airport and back up your files and edit a photo that you just took while you're waiting for your flight, or being able to sit down in a coffee shop in Tokyo and back up your files and edit some of the photos that you just took while you're enjoying your coffee. It's something that is really important to me. It's something that aligns with my lifestyle, so I think this drive is worth it. And yes, technically you can still do those things with an older hard drive, a portable hard drive, but do you really want to carry that? Do you really want to wait for the transfer speed? Do you really want to carry a hub for your iPad and maybe extra cables and things like that? It's up to you. I cannot answer that for you, but for me, something like this is just easy to use, easy to carry, and it's definitely worth it. So, the Sabrent Rocket Nano is a drive that I recommend for traveling photographers and filmmakers, and that's what I think about the drive as well. As always, I am curious to know what you guys think. Do you carry any portable drives in your backpack or your everyday carry, your camera bag, or do you do that at home? Share your thoughts in a comment down below. But that is it for today's video. If you found this video helpful or valuable, please like and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you very much for watching, for giving me your time and your energy, and good luck with your creative process.